Good morning. Welcome sa ating mga guests from Taguig, from Indonesia, Bali, Indonesia. Tama ba, Emmy?
Who's in Bali?
Dichon is in Bali and Emmy
po.
Jakarta?
You're in Bali. Amazing. I thought you're teaching in Jakarta.
Yes po, pero pumunta po kami ng Bali before the lockdown hoping to go back to the Philippines.
Oh, and are you stuck in Bali?
What? Ano po?
May pawat-wat pa kayo
Stranded ka ba doon sa Bali?
Yes po. Sarado din po mga beaches.
Hindi ka pwede mag-sneak in?
No, baka po kulong kami.
Good morning, Ma'am Vic Marie. How are you?
Morning. Saan ka mga Emmy? Jakarta?
No, nasa
Bandung, ano?
Naririnig ko na kayo.
Ay!
Welcome, Klang, from the US of A. State of
Ay,
Unconscious.
thank you po.
Ano?
Wait lang, mag-click pa lang ako.
Ano ba yan? Kayo na naman?
Good morning, Mr. Ryan Lansanan. How are you
Good
doing?
Good morning, ma. Ay, Emmy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ayan, ma'am.
Magsabi ka kung what life in US.
Yung umpisa mahirap po talaga. Sobrang mahirap. Kasi from high school, ang tinuturuan ko po kasi sa public school noon ay grade 10. Tapos pagdating ko dito 7th grade. Yung 7th grade po dito hindi katulad sa Pilipinas na medyo mature na. Dito baby pa talaga. Nahirapan po ako first year.
Nakailang years
Ngayon po
ka na
medyo
dyan?
nag-struggle. Ma'am,
Nakailang years ka na dyan?
katatapos naman ng second. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Wow.
You're surviving.
Survive.
Survivor talaga, tapos dumating tong COVID.
So,
Bye, ma'am.
bakasyon ba kayo during the COVID?
Hindi po ma'am, remote learning po.
So,
So may
pwede-
klase pa rin po ngayon.
Sa remote learning lang.
Pero mahirap din po ma'am kasi public school din po ako dito eh. So kung ano po yung na-experience ng mga public school teacher dyan na yung struggle nila like walang internet yung bata, ganyan.
May mga ganyan
Ganun
din
din.
dyan. Parang,
Yes ma'am!
oo.
Wow!
Oo nga.
Noong una kala ko
Nakausap
kapag
din ako.
nasa US ka mayaman lahat ng tao, hindi po.
Meron akong
Wait lang,
meron akong
nagbibigay ako.
teacher. Nandiyan din sa US. Yan din ang problema nila.
Talaga.
Yes, over, kapatid.
Nagulat
Ano?
nga ako eh.
Mm-mm.
Nagulat
May-
ako.
Nung first year yung teaching ko po dito, as in sobrang hirap na hirap po talaga ako. As in December dapat uuwi na ako. Yung pinalitan ko pong teacher, Colombian. Nag-ano talaga siya na i-meet niya ako. Tapos nung minute niya po ako, siguro mga September na po yun, mga September, October, minute niya ako. Sabi niya sa akin, yung mga bata daw dito talagang naghahanap ng kalinga kasi sa bahay wala silang kalinga. So inaano nila sa school.
Tapos, naging love, no?
Talagang
May ampon ka na ngayon.
Talagang sa kotse lang nakatira.
Wow.
Later. Yung, kumbaga yung sa Pilipinas po, barong-barong yung tinitirahan ng mga estudyante sa public. Dito po mga trailer, ganun.
Ilan ang students mo, Klang?
Ano po, average 30, 32. Pero ma'am, inclusive. Sabagay, ganun din sa Pilipinas. May kasamang mga special.
Anong ginagawa niyo pag nag-online ka tapos wala silang internet?
Ano po kasi ngayon ma'am, hindi namin sila ma-force. Pero yung mga internet providers naman po dito, nagbibigay naman po sila. Kumbaga parang kunwari yung mga bus, may wifi po yung mga bus. Pinapakalat nila yung bus sa mga community.
Okay.
During the morning,
Ah.
para makapag-internet yung mga bata. Tapos sa school po kasi may mga Chromebooks yung mga bata. So yung mga wala talagang computer at all sa bahay, pinayagan po na iuwi yung Chromebook nila para may magamit. Pero ganun din po, yung motivation kasi sa bahay, minsan yung mga magulang na yun, kumbaga sumusuko sa bata.
Hello ka.
Hi,
Kasi
Rai.
meron akong friend din. Hello. Nasa US din. Ngayon, tinanong ko siya, paano nila minamanage yung mga nag-misbehave na ba?
Oo, madami.
Totoo ba yun? Meron daw
Test
alarm
na
sa
talaga
classroom. Pipindutin mo lang daw yung alarm para kuhanin yung bata ng polis.
Sa amin naman walang alarm, pero may lahat ng classroom may telephone. So tatawag ka lang sa admin
Tatawa.
para pakuha mo yung
Tapos,
bata.
Same din sa UK, Rai. May walkie-talkie kami noon.
Ay, ganun.
Oo.
Tapos,
Pag
pag ginawa yung
kasi
bata,
yung experience ko nung first year ko, may nag-aaway na dalawang black sa klase ko. Tapos, inuryan talaga, pag may nag-aaway, wag ka nang sumali para wag ka nang
mali.
mag-butt in, trying na i-calm sila with force.
Correct.
So ako naman, feeling ko, okay, kaya ko to. Ayun, nasuntok ako sa dibdib.
Dahil kapag may nag-aaway, bawal ka makisali sa kanila.
Hindi, wait lang. So, i-report nyo, itatawag nyo.
Yes,
Kumusta siya? Kumusta siya pagbalik?
Ha?
Pag balik na siya ng classroom, kumusta? Hindi sila nagagalit sa inyo?
Well, mayroong mga gano'n, nagtatanim ng galit, meron namang apologetic, depende. Oo. Kaya di ba, nakita ko na ba sa'yo yung nangyari sa sister school namin, yung pinatay yung teacher sa loob ng classroom while teaching?
Oh my gosh!
Big news yun sa UK because that was the first time. First time yun. Kaya nga, doon sa region, nandun ako nag-work, ginawa siyang regional holiday. So every year, kino-commemorate namin yung death niya.
Oh my God!
Hello, welcome po sa ating reaction.
Hello.
Fresh from Edu HK.
Hi, sir!
Hello.
Hi, Sir ER.
Hello.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hello
Or-
po.
Si Ate Christine.
And you're still wearing that?
Yes, kasi nasa ako, Learning Commons. Kasi,
Oh, I thought you're in your room. Okay.
kasi yung grads ko, marami silang concerns for the past week. Kaya maingay din doon. Kaya sinistad ako dito ako
Oh, hindi man pala si sir.
Hindi naman. May mga separate rooms sila, pero lahat nakabook. Kasi parang lahat ay naghahabol for the finals.
Kantahan mo na natin si Sir Nelson ready. Get
Diyan ba siya?
Wala pa. Pero
Wala naman siya.
Ayun, wala naman siya, kakantahan mo.
Ayun, si Sir Nelson, ang payat niya dyan.
Ang payat ko. Payat nating lahat, friend.
Oo nga.
Ito ang nakakatawang picture. Ito ang nakakatawang picture. Ano mo to?
Saan ka ba nag-ano? Where is it?
Payat si Adolfo.
Saan ba?
Galing. Grabe. Let's begin. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our next session of Coffee Talk Online with Vic Marie. Today is May 22, 10 in the morning. And let's begin with prayer. Thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for the free oxygen that we are exhaling and inhaling today. And we are very thankful that we are healthy. And we pray, Lord, that you continue to protect us from the COVID virus and give us wisdom, Lord, as we continue to serve in our different parts of the world as teachers. We will be able to do our part in inspiring our students to learn even though they are in quarantine. So we pray, Lord, be with us today as we discuss another important aspect of improving our teaching while we are preparing for our online mode of delivery here in the Philippines. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Okay, so this show is brought to you by a friend na hanggang ngayon hindi pa nagpapakita. If you need your financial coaching, just contact my friend Adolf Roque. And the coffee that is serving right now is Kaping Filipino, this Nescafe Creamy White. Just a friendly reminder, mute your mic when you are not participating. Turn off your video. Use the chat box to pen your questions and notify the speaker if you have immediate questions. So as a flashback, last meeting we had a guest from Shanghai, and he told us a lot of his experiences in China. And some of those takeaways that I have found from his sharing is about 5S. The first one is security, about data and information. And then we know that China has a strong social network services, and their net services are being given as cheaper at saka faster for educational purposes, which hopefully would also be given to the Philippine educational system when the opening of classes will be on August 24. The next one is they had a very good school precautionary measures that are in place already in their school before they came in, and marami na silang mga rules and regulations and what to do to prevent COVID from coming inside their classroom. And then students are in dorms and ready for school. And status of curriculum, because it is an IB program, there are no changes. Hopefully, we will also be able to learn from his sharing. So today, our topic will be focusing on utilizing a video for online instruction. And we have two reactors, Professor Crisanta Ocampo, the lead senior PCK expert in PNU. At saka kung hindi ka po napaupo ni Ma'am Crisanta Ocampo during your in campus, on campus, off campus, then hindi maganda ang training. Then we also have Professor Brando C. Palomar from EDO-HK. He's now finishing his PhD at EDO-HK and will have to do some reactions on our presentation for video online instruction. Next one would be, so when we are talking about online teaching, there are two factors that we have to consider. One is the bandwidth. When you say bandwidth, it's about the speed of the internet that you are having at saka yung immediacy or how your students and teacher response and interaction happens in your classroom. So I have here shown in this slide is Daniel Stanford's way of mapping out what are those activities that we can have in an online teaching that requires immediacy versus high bandwidth. So dito in the green section, we have a low immediacy versus low bandwidth. We have discussion boards with text images, reading with text images and email. And then with a low bandwidth and high immediacy, we have collaborative documents and group chat and messaging in the blue section. And then on the top, the yellow section, we have low immediacy but requires high bandwidth. We have pre-recorded video, asynchronous discussions with video, pre-recorded audio, and asynchronous discussions with audio. And then the thing that requires high bandwidth and high immediacy are video conferences, the ones that we are doing now, and audio conferences. Now, it is a reality that in our delivery, maybe later in the year, we could not have all of this as a video conferencing, but we also have to consider activities that are low immediacy and low bandwidth. So, kailangan din natin na magkaroon ng mga varied activities in our classroom. So today, we focus on what to do when we are having some videos. So as science teachers, dahil creative naman ang mga science teachers, you can develop a video or you could utilize a video that is already in the published in the YouTube channels that you have. May dalawa tayong pwedeng gawin. So, hindi naman lahat ng panahon you could develop a video because it takes a lot of time. So here, this morning, we're going to pick up a featured video, which is around 9 minutes. This is a YouTube channel, Project Stay Curious. So you could visit our guest is wanted to attend this conference, kaso lang, ang kanyang bandwidth ay so slow that he could not be with us this morning. So, he is also an alumni of PNU. Tapos, ano ba siya? Meron siyang 5 videos already and he has already 274 subscribers. So sa kanyang video, ang galing ano, mga parang 3 weeks pa lang siya gumawa nito. And then the tools for making the video ay meron siyang iPad for recording, Apple Pencil, Good Notes for writing, and iMovie for editing. So Apple version ang kanyang ginawa. And then, so mayaman si Papa. So I chose a more simple topic na ginawa niya. I think it's the first one that he made. So measurement, importance, and dimensional analysis. And this is a grade 7 lesson. I'm sure everyone is familiar with this topic. And then meron siyang, anong tawag dito? We will now evaluate ang kanyang video in terms of content, storyboard, organization, format, and technicality, and overall quality. So, Our major reactors would be Professor Ocampo and Professor E.R. Palomar, and the rest of you could comment later on after the presentation of the video. Okay, so any questions? None? Okay, so let's move on.
Hello, young intellectuals! Welcome to Project Stay Curious. Ang lesson natin for today is about measurements. Simulan natin. Lord Kelvin, a famous physicist, often says that when you can measure something and express it in numbers, you know something about it. Ano nga ba ang definition ng measurement? Measurement is the assignment of a number to a characteristic of an object or event, which can be compared with other objects or events. Dahil mahilig tayong mag-compare ng mga bagay-bagay para makakuha ng data, some of useful data are measured properties. In our daily lives, we actually do a lot of measurements. Halimbawa, making a coffee. Minimeasure natin yan kung ilang kutsarang kape, gaano karaming tubig ang kailangan. Second, checking the time it takes to reach the school or workplace. Inaalam natin kung malilate ba tayo o masyadong maaga. A measured quantity is usually written as a number with an appropriate unit. Ilan sa mga halimbawa ng units ay meter, kilogram, centimeter, hour, minute, second, at i-mention ko pa yung iba as we proceed with the lesson. In science and mathematics, numerical values alone are meaningless and technically will not qualify in the definition of measurement. Let's say, I ask you how much water is needed to fill up a small tank, and you answered 50. So 50 what? You should include the proper unit for volume such as liter and cubic centimeter. We have two measurement systems, the English system and metric system. However, for many years, scientists recorded measurements in metric units. Sa Pilipinas, ginagamit din natin ang metric system. In 1960, the General Conference of Weights and Measures proposed a revised metric system called the International System of Units, abbreviated as SI. Ito ang table na nagpapakita ng 7 SI base units. For length, the base unit is meter with the symbol of small letter m. For mass, the base unit is kilogram with the symbol of small letter kg. For time, the base unit is second with the symbol small letter s. For electrical current, base unit is ampere with the symbol of capital A. For temperature, the base unit is Kelvin with the symbol of capital K. For the amount of substance, the base unit is mole with the symbol of small letter mol. And lastly, for luminous intensity, the base unit is candela with the symbol of small letter CD. Measurements that we utilize frequently in chemistry, physics, and even in biology include time, mass, volume, and temperature. Ipapakita ko rin sa inyo ang table ng mga prefixes na ginagamit sa SI units. This is useful especially when expressing too large or too small measurements. So mahalaga rin na dapat kabisado nyo ito. In relation to measurement, isa sa basic competency na dapat ay ma-master ng junior high school students ay ang dimensional analysis, which is defined as the procedure we use to convert between units. In dimensional analysis, ipinapakita natin ang relationship ng isang base unit sa iba pang units that express the same physical quantity. Kadalasan, tinatawag natin itong unit conversion. For example, the quantity length can be also expressed in centimeter or in kilometer, aside from the base unit meter. Another example, the quantity time, maliban sa second, pwede rin itong i-express sa unit na minute or hour. To apply the dimensional analysis, ginagamit natin ang formula na desired measurement is equal to given quantity times conversion factor. Isa-isahin natin ang expression or component ng formula na ito. Kapag sinabi nating desired measurement, ito yung gusto mong ma-achieve na numerical value and desired unit. Ano ang desired unit? Halimbawa, mula sa meter, gusto mo maging kilometer ang unit. So your desired unit is kilometer. Next, given quantity is the given measured quantity in the problem. Halimbawa, convert 15 centimeters to unit meter. Yung 15 centimeters ang given quantity. Lastly, the conversion factor. Conversion factor is the equivalence of a specific unit to another unit. Napakahalaga nito sa dimensional analysis dahil ito ang magbibigay sa iyo ng accurate answers. This table shows the equivalence of base units to other units. Example, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Sa pagsulat ng conversion factor, tandaan natin ang mga sumusunod. Una, ang conversion factor ay sinusulat in a fraction form. Halimbawa, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Isusulat natin siya as 1 meter over 100 centimeters. Pangalawa, ang makikita sa conversion factor ay ang given unit at desired unit. Pangatlo, upang makancel ang given unit sa equation, sa iyong conversion factor, ilagay ang given unit sa part ng fraction opposite to the given quantity. Again, for us to cancel the given unit at matira na lang ang desired unit. Let us proceed to sample problem number 1. Convert 350 centimeters to unit meter. We can use the steps in problem solving to answer this question. Step 1. Analyze the problem. After natin i-analyze, let us proceed to step 2, which is identifying the given. Ang given ay 350 centimeters at ang conversion factor na ating gagamitin ay 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Step 3. Write the formula to be used. So we have desired measurement is equal to given quantity times conversion factor. Step number 4. Substitute the given to the formula. So meron tayong desired measurement is equal to 350 centimeters times 1 meter over 100 centimeters. Nasa denominator ang unit na centimeter so that we can cancel it. Remember, any whole number can be expressed as a fraction having a denominator of 1. Kaya may imaginary over 1 tayo dito sa given quantity. Next is step 5. Do the operations indicated. So just cancel the unit cm. Ang may iwan ay unit na meter. Then multiply 350 by 1 and multiply 1 by 100, so we will have 350 meters over 100. Then just divide 350 by 100. So the result is 3.5 meters. That's it. So to summarize everything, measurement is important in science and mathematics, and dimensional analysis is always part of learning higher concepts in science, kaya ito ay required skill for all students. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and always remember to stay curious.
Okay, so tapos na yung video. It's high time for us now to evaluate the video at gagamitin natin ang sandwich feedback process. The first one, giving us feedback on what went well on the video, not on the technicalities of what happened this morning, and then what needs to be improved and what is your overall positive statement. So here are some suggested prompts in giving your feedback. So what went well, what even better if for your suggestions for improvements, and then you could also close your statement with another prompt which says what went well. Is that clear, children?
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop sharing now. So we will call some of our guests to comment on the video. And siguro mga tatlo before Ma'am Christy and ER will comment on will give their comments too.
Hi, Ma'am Vic.
Yes, Klang.
I like how he make his presentation. I think ginamit niya yata educations sa sa videos niya. Kasi parang ginagamit din dito pero hindi ko pa siya na-try. Chinek ko ngayon sa iPad, parang educations yung gamit niya. Maganda siya kasi pwede kang mag-attach ng pictures, ng videos. Talagang medyo tsatsagain mo lang talaga sa pag-e-edit. Ang galing din ng editing niya. Tsaka may mga examples, so mas maiintindihan ng mga bata.
Thank you, Klang. Another comment?
So far, Vic.
Oh. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. The good thing is, kasi Taglish siya, so our students are well versed with Taglish. So parang yung atake is parang classroom based lang talaga. And the editing skills is there kasi kung tayo gagawa niyan, I don't think ganyan yung kalalabasan. Do you agree?
So, ina-admit natin na
ako
meron
doon.
talagang magaling
Yes.
sa mga ganun.
Dapat meron tayong editing unit or editing team. Though we
Inisip ko na rin paano mag-edit.
yes.
Kaya chinek ko talaga kung anong app yung ginamit niya.
Oo. So, kahit hanapin ko, hindi ko yun magagawa. So, kahit makita ko, hindi rin ganun ata yung kalalabasan. But, yung pag-present is very creative. It's like just discussing things with your students inside a classroom. And yung level of difficulty with respect dun sa competency on converting units, very siya, kumbaga yung target niya can reach kahit yung low performing students. Kasi yung transition ng pagtatagalog niya, yung English part, so nakaka-relate talaga yung mga bata na kahit hindi ganun kagaling, will be able to follow. Suggestion ko lang, siguro, minsan ipakita yung mukha niya. Kasi parang sobrang hindi mo nakikita talaga. Di ba? Parang ikaw nag-iisip ka rin. Siguro,
I've seen his five videos. Parang ayaw niyang makita. Ayaw niya ipakita ang mukha niya. So, it's like yun yung kanyang...
Sa bagay, yun naman ang ano niya. Pero sana kahit sa last part, para naman yung mga bata, merong parang link pa rin.
Okay.
So iba pa rin kasi yung parang, yung parang, siya pala gumawa nun, maganda. So yun lang. Pero so far,
Introduction. Or sa introduction, ma'am.
yes.
Ryan.
Kahit ganun, in any part, whichever part na mailagay lang, kahit maliit lang, para lang na-identify din ng mga bata. Kasi iba rin yung nakikita mo yung
medyo gwapo
kahit
to eh.
hindi mo
Gwapo
talaga
tong-
kausap.
Oo. Pwede naman. Papasa naman sa screen ang mukha ng...
So, ang assignment natin ngayon, Vic, humanap ng magaling na editing team.
Okay. Another one.
Yun lang.
Last commenter before Ryan.
Yung choice ng font for the grade 7 sana. Ano yan? Cursive ba tawag? Para medyo visually, baka medyo maguluhan ng konti yung bata.
Parang manual niya po atang sinulat.
Yes.
Manual ba yan or app?
Yeah, manual. Parang
Manual na
gumamit
sinulat
ng
sa iPad and then recorded.
Ang ganda ng sulat
maganda
In
sulat.
fairness.
Leftist.
Ang ganda ng sulat.
And
Pero
writing
nakakaganda
niya.
na sulat yung Apple Pen.
Talaga?
Okay.
Oo.
So, thank you sa mga nag-comment for the suggestion at saka yung mga good points. Let us now go to Ate Christy.
Yan, Ma'am Christy.
Nasabi na ni Cora Tapos dinugtungan pa ni Ryan. Naman, ang ano ko lang, sana dagdagan din niya ng maraming examples. And then, bago siya ulit nagbigay ng another example, naglagay siya doon na, okay, class, would you want to try something? So here are some exercises. Would you want to do it? Kasi parang ang interactions doon, binabasa na lang ng estudyante, walang interaction yung learner na susundin yung kanyang ginawa. Hindi niya makikita. So, Paano, di ba, kunyari, meron tayong exercise, and then after that, meron din siyang solusyon, ipapakita niya doon so that the students can check whether they have understood the given problem or the given topic. Yun ang aking ano. But all the suggestions are taken care of.
Ate Christy, I would like to comment yung sinasabi niyo na kulang siya ng mga examples. So parang ganun din ang na-observe ko. So doon sa gumawa ng video, ganun ang kanyang ginawa. Ano? Ang gusto ko sana dito is kung ikaw ang science teacher, you would also make some pause points. Maghanap ka doon ng itong oras na to, mag-pause ka muna. Mag-pause ka muna and then magbigay na yung science teacher ng kanyang mga exercises na asynchronous or synchronous. Tapos, doon na sa klase nila gagawin. So, tapos doon na naman sa ibang points, gagawa na naman ng pause points doon. And then, the teacher that will utilize that one will be the one giving the other examples.
Yung comments ko ay magbabase lang dun sa binigay niyo pong criteria kanina. Content-wise po, ang sige, babalikan ko rin yung format ng flow ng evaluation natin. Good points ay technicality is good. Evident yung pagiging well-versed ng bata sa paggamit ng technology. Pangalawa, may context ng storyline kasi meron siya mga examples at ang na-appreciate ko yung may mga historical snippet siya habang nagdi-discuss. Nagbigay siya ng baseline information bago dinevelop into context ng conversion system and then the context of dimension analysis tapos may application. So that's good. On the other hand, sa tingin ko lang parang ang heavy ng content for an 8-minute
for a one session.
Yeah. Kasi kung ako yung magtuturo noon, I'll have one separate discussion first about the basic, the fundamental quantities na finiture niya doon. Para sa akin kasi dapat ma-appreciate ng bata na ito yung mga quantities before you transition to the conversion and the context of dimension analysis. Ang iniisip ko na lang kanina, baka na-discuss niya na to sa previously at parang recall lang papunta dito.
Pero yung sinasabi ko rin kanina, the science teacher has the way of utilizing the videos na
yes. Yes, tama, yung video clips. Yeah. Tapos pangalawa, in terms of structure, naliitan lang ako sa screen. I mean to say, the screen is so wide, tapos ang daming content. Babalikan ko lang yung mga principles na tinuturo natin sa EdTech pagdating sa yung aesthetic value. Diba? The aesthetic value of your presentation. So, katulad nun, baka pwedeng one screen, nandun lang yung discussion tungkol sa fundamental quantities, tapos another screen yung sample ng prefixes, tapos one screen, nandun yung mga keynotes niya. But I appreciate the idea na meron siyang side notes. Kasi kung ako rin yung teacher na actual classroom teaching, kung meron akong dapat na parang sabihin o i-emphasize, lagi akong pumupunta doon sa dulo ng blackboard. Tapos sinasabi na, okay, these are the other items that you have to consider or you have to remember. Lalo na kunyari if you're trying to relate your concept na napag-aralan na previously ng bata or alam mong na-discuss na in other subjects or other disciplines. So that's it. Together with Ryan, sabi ni Ryan kanina about the font, pero kung handwritten niya yun, commendable yon. Yung siguro pag-layout lang, yun yung dapat pa natin na i-enhance ni Sir. Ganun din yung the way he uses katulad kanina gumamit siya ng ballpoint at saka ng underlines. Kung ako yon na maliit lang kunyari ang aking screen, baka hindi ko ma-emphasize yun. Hindi ko makita yung pag-emphasize ni Sir. So, that's it. Tulad yung sinabi ni Ma'am Cora kanina, yung presence niya siguro ang importante. Lalo na, or kung kunyari, gagamitin ko yung video niya, baka tulad na sinabi mo, merong clips lang na nandoon tapos babalik ako para ma-feel ni bata na nandoon pa rin sila sa classroom ko. Okay, yun lang muna po.
Okay. Ryan?
Okay. Sa video na to, kung talagang intentional, gusto niyang video lang talaga na ipoprovide sa bata, importante din yung connection and rapport. kahit na virtually sila na magkahiwalay yung
Yeah.
bata, di ba? So, since problem solving yan, tsaka grade 7 yan, I suggest na yung sa problem solving niya kanina na conversion, mag-allow siya ng tinatawag natin na parang thinking time.
Yes, yan yung sinasabi kong pause.
Like for example,
thinking
as
time.
if you are talking to the students, like for example, what do you think will be the unit? Stop muna. Para kahit yung students, they are not physically present man sa'yo, you allow them to think on their own, imbis na dire-diretso siya na problem solving.
Or you could also provide a worksheet na at this time, you pause and then thinking time doon sa worksheet siya gagawin. Pwede rin.
Ayun, ganun. Connection.
Sorry, can I also add one more?
Go.
Kanina pa ako nagsasalita, nakamute pala ako. Okay, so just to add, very big kasi ang literacy and numeracy, di ba? So kailangan kinoconnect natin lagi. Although we are science teachers, science educators, kailangan chine-check natin ang literacy and numeracy ng mga bata. Kasi nga, inclusive, mostly sa ating mga classrooms, di ba? So, napansin ko lang na talagang ina-emphasize niya yung kanina yung sa units na ito ang unit ng kilogram is small letter K, small letter G. It's very important kasi nakikita ko kahit dito, yung mga bata susulat nila yung mga units wrong. Kung lowercase, minsan hindi ganon. Kung uppercase, hindi rin uppercase. So yung emphasis on literacy nakita ko dun sa video. Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, also yun dun sa mga pictures niya, yung especially dun sa conversion ng, I think yung sa masyadong maliit. And also yung sana after the end of the video, he cited kung saan yung sources na ginamit niya.
Okay.
Agree.
Same thing with the pictures, where did those come from? Kasi baka magkaroon ng technicalities with that po.
Ay, tama.
That's good. Other comments? Aleli, do you have some comments from Laguna?
Hello po.
Yes.
Ayan po, kasi kami din po nagagawa ng videos, di ba po, nasa art school. So, lang po, malaking factor po kasi yung boses. Medyo monotone po si sir na gumawa ng Maganda po, since grade 7 po yun, medyo magkaroon ng variation ng tone para po mas magiging appealing dun sa mga bata, yung discussion. Habang pinapanood po yung video.
Ikaw din ang magsushow sa amin kasi parang feeling ko monotone talaga mga science na
Sige po, sige po mga
Oo nga no, Vic. Dapat nga si Aleli mag-showcase sa atin.
Vic, napaka-generalist mo, ha?
Oo, tama. Nice observation yan. Okay.
Hello po.
Hi, Aleli.
Thank you.
Ayan na.
Hello po, sir.
Okay, this will be the wrap-up or take-off from our webinar na Coffee Talk Online with Vic Marie. Okay, this is your new profession. And I'm really happy. I'm very privileged to share what my thoughts about really utilizing videos in online instruction. More particularly, I'm a digitally migrant teacher. Honest to goodness, I am not really into this kind of instruction. Mas preferred ko pa rin yung pupunta ako kunyari sa amphitheater na naka-toga. The Greek style of mga sila Socrates, diba? Democritus na yung students ay nandun sa sa malaking amphitheater and give just lectures. But this time mukhang kailangan ko mag-paradigm shift. Okay. Ganito Ma'am Vic, no? When I am doing this take-off presentation, this is a realization that I had from the first time we had our webinar with Ryan. Sabi ko kay Ryan, it's very inspiring, very personalized, and meaningful for me. Ang question ko ngayon ay paano ko gagawin yon on my case na hindi talaga ako maalam. Diba? So from their own experiences, ngayon ini-imagine ko, lalo na kapag naguhugas na ako ng plato, after dinner time, is how will I transition? Yun. So these are my take-offs from our from our discussion for this morning. Una, we have to do this because we were oriented on this context. Di ba? Base sa Dale's Cones of Experiences, um, we often we often understand deeply things that we hear and we see. But in science, we are more engaged into doing things on hands-on, on collaboration, because we believe that what we say, what we write, and what we do will provide us more meaningful uh, learning engagements, which eventually goes on to deeper understanding. Okay? Yun yung dilemma ngayon na we are asked to come up with online instructional materials, preferably videos or PowerPoints. But again, we are just using two of our senses, diba? The seeing and hearing. Pero baka kahit na video siya, pwede pa rin magkaroon ng context of participation, context of simulation, and performances. Yun yung good point na sinasabi kanina ni Sir Ryan. Okay? So from there, I go with what Miller and Williamson mentioned about distance education, where nowadays we are more gearing towards online instruction. That it's not really about the content of the teacher, at the same time the infrastructures that they are using. Hindi yun ang dalawang importante. Ang pinaka-importante pa rin ay yung willingness ni instructor psychologically and emotionally na i-accept ang reality na magkaiba talaga ang manner, ang mechanism, ang delivery, ang substance, ang content at context ng pagtuturo ngayon. So that's the first take off. We have to realize as teachers in this kind of situation that we have to accept the reality that we are migrating now and coming up with a paradigm shift of our instructional deliveries. Kasi mahirap na naman na parang naka-mindset tayo na hindi natin kaya to eh. Parang mahihirapan tayo. Well, mahirap talaga. But the idea is that we are confronted with this reality and we have to accept that in order for us to deliver. Kasi we are instructed to deliver it. Kaya sa tingin ko, ako na-appreciate ko yung experience ko sa Parañaque National High School kasi it's a community where it's a community with diverse spectrum ng instructional expertise. But what I appreciate with the team that I had in that institution is the willingness of everybody to take a big step going out from the comfort zone. So sa tingin ko dapat yun yung unang mindset, i-train, ipa-accept yung reality na to. Okay. Second one is that dapat nating we have to realize that these online things and technology that we use has four major forms of use: to inquire, to communicate, to construct, and to express. At lahat ito, pwede ito ma-capture natin sa videos natin. To inquire knowledge, to communicate ideas, to instruct them to construct outputs, and for them to express their thoughts and our thoughts, something like that. And way back 20 years ago, there has been a lot of study conducted about the significance of technology, particularly of the use of videos in classroom. Okay. Tayo sa science, isa sa limitations natin yung kakulangan ng enough na laboratory materials. So nakita natin sa ibang mga studies na they use video demonstrations para ma-integrate at maituro yung essence ng mga skills at yung essence ng makita ng bata yung mga reactions, yung mga ganitong mga concepts na highly ma-appreciate ng bata at ma-understand ng bata kapag pinerform nila. But again, because of some constraints, that's the time that we take advantage of technology. Okay. On the other hand, sabi nga doon sa isang literature na nabasa ko, for online learning, we have to consider two forms of interactions. Your interaction with content and the interaction of the instructor and the students. I guess that's the main idea being raised earlier by Sir Ryan about connections and presence. So yung interaction of content, nasa atin yun. Nasa expertise natin yun. Pero I wanted to emphasize also that there are cases that some of the content baka kailangan i-counter-check ng kasama rin natin.
Tama.
Tulad ng ginawa mo kanina. Itong platform na to. Nakita natin na yung concept ng conversion system as presented ng ating sample video, overwhelming. Baka pwede nating i-segment into different kinds of videos para one at a time, short but sweet yung term ko. Kasi dapat comprehensible but meaningful yung content nun. But also, sabi niya, we have to consider the interaction among the instructor and the students. Kaya papasok yung presence ng humanizing online learning environment. Paano yun? Sabi niya, there should be presence. Okay? Yung mga sinasabi niya kanina na dapat may mga prompts, may mga na kay teacher yon, I agree. Dapat yon. At in most cases, hindi yun nangyayari. Diba?
So, ibig sabihin mo na lang, ibig mong sabihin dito, Professor Palomar, is that even though there is a video, we also have to consider na the teacher should also connect with the students while having these types of materials during the online lessons. Kailangan ng connection.
Pwedeng i-personalize ni teacher yung video. For example, kung gagamitin ko yung sample video natin, I will make sure na kunyari after the first 5 minutes or the first 3 minutes, nakalagay sa instruction ng aking learning sheet sa kanila na i-pause nila tapos sagutan yung mga tanong.
Thinking points yung sabi ni Ryan.
Yes, thinking points ang sabi ni Sir Ryan. Or just like what Sir Galvin has mentioned, Galvin in his presentation sa atin na even, iba gumamit lang siya ng Google Docs. Tapos, dun sa Google Docs, naka-assign doon yung pangalan ng bata na tatanungin niya. Para ang dating, na-feel pa rin ng mga bata na they are inside the classroom. Okay? So presence is just creating the sense how you are close with your students and the instructor is. More or less, siguro it's more of the usual na ikaw kung paano ka nag-deliver sa classroom. Kung sasabihin mo may -50 sila, so baka meron yun, that's it. Minabasa akong article.
Sinasabi natin kanina na kailangan talagang meron siyang pause points na magbibigay yung teacher ng mga sample sample problems for them to work on. Tapos, meron talagang exchange between the teacher and the student.
Sa tingin ko nga, even your personality should not be really taken off doon sa videos. Kung ikaw gagawa niyan, sa tingin ko dapat lagi nandun yung term na -50.
Tama, -50.
Kunyari, on the 4th minute, na pwede ka mag-butt in doon na, for those who are not still listening, -50 kayo, something like that.
Pero kasi, from this experience, ER, parang the whole session ay kailangan hindi talaga siya whole video presentation, na meron kang, ang tawag dito, content download na pure. Kailangan talagang meron siyang a little bit of video and a little bit of communication while you are doing your lesson. So, yun ang dapat nating isipin na if you will be given like 45 minutes of instruction, konti lang talaga yung for video.
Yung nasa video. Agree ako doon.
Communication. So,
now that goes with how creative and how innovative you are in preparing all your instructional materials.
So, yung 7 E's I still followed even though you are on the online session.
Yeah. Kasi parang oriented ang estudyante mo sa ganitong structure ng instruction mo. So the idea is that you are trying to migrate those things into online platforms. Ganun lang. Pero dapat ma-feel pa rin ni bata na nandun sila kasama mo.
Yes.
Okay. So katulad din ito, why do we have to emphasize presence? Kasi in online teaching, these are 3 essential presence. Okay? Which is defined by this model, yung tinatawag nilang community of inquiry. Okay? So nandun yung social presence natin, nandun dapat yung cognitive presence, at nandun yung teaching presence. So yung cognitive presence, alam na natin yun. It's more of the content and how you are providing the essentials, okay? The key points. Kaya nga, kanina tulad yun ng sinabi ng isa na, I guess it's si Duchon yun, na, or sino itong si M siguro. No, it's si M. Nung sinabi niya na ini-emphasize yung mga signs kasi part yun ng cognitive presence. Units. So part yun ng cognitive presence. Kasi kaya nga ini-emphasize mo yung key points. Ganon. On the other hand, yung teaching presence at saka social presence, nandoon yun kay teacher. The teaching presence goes back with what's your best practice in delivering the instruction. But on the other hand, your social presence, yung humor mo, yung galaw mo, yung
energy, dapat
energy mo.
transfer.
Yes, yun yung Aleli has a good point about yung voice mo, diba? Dapat ma-imagine ng bata.
Guilty ako doon.
Ma-imagine ng bata na, diba? Ma-imagine ng bata na ay, nasa classroom pa rin ako.
Excited ka.
Then usual na parang kung paano ko magalit nga sa classroom. Kung paano ko sumaya, maging masaya kapag may nakatama ng sagot. Something like that. Ikaw yung magmamanipulate nito. These two are highly manipulative. So balikan ko kanina, di ba sabi natin may dalawang interactions. These two interactions are interaction to content, which provides you the cognitive presence. On the other hand, the interaction of instructor and the student are more or less touching the social and teaching presence. If these three interacts, then yung instruction mo sa classroom ay highly migrated to the educational experience of the students on online system. Yun yung dapat na sa tingin ko yun yung dapat ma-visualize natin mga teachers. Yung unang take off ko, sabi ko nga, di ba, dapat we have to accept it that there is a shift already. Pangalawa, we have to feel we have to make sure that when we are doing this kind of instructional materials, there should be the feeling na nandoon ka. Kaya yung sasabihin nila na hindi mapapalitan ng teacher, hindi talaga kasi kahit na i-online mo siya, nandun pa rin si teacher. Nandun ka pa rin. Okay? Kaya nga ngayon, honestly, napapaisip ako ng
stressful ang teaching ngayon, di ba?
Yeah, at paano ko ito kilala mo ako kung paano ako magturo. Yung the energy, the vibe, ang ano ko nga, may binabasa ko rin ngayon na how can I make sure that my students are really engaged. Kasi kung ikaw nasa classroom, alam mo kung engaged na sila. But nowadays, with this online instruction, that's something difficult. But again, I go back with the idea na kakayanin natin to. Okay. Now, tapos ito yung encounter natin kanina. Bilang teacher, sabi nga dito sa study na to, we have to take on the multiple roles for online learning. Pedagogical, which is more of the content and the teaching. Social, ito yung ginawa natin kanina na I myself is really yung how will I moderate things, how will I engage my students.
Yes. And some technical, how we are going to address that.
The technical thing, yung paano natin makaano. Kaya nga, I appreciate the presence of Meds and the presence of Dichon earlier. Thank you very much for your big help. And the managerial thing of how we will be looking and navigating these things. Yun yung, siguro, dapat din, meron tayong separate training on how we will explore different online platforms. We will explore different online technology. Sa tingin ko, si Klang can be a good resource speaker kung anong ginagamit nila, paano nila I mean to say how they do uploading, downloading, and the likes. Siguro they can share with us. Sabi mo man basic yon, pero importante. Be ending with this, the biggest threat for online, or particularly on the use of videos, is for the students and even for us instructors to experience learning curve. Yung nandun ka sa height na napakataas, tapos bigla na lang mararamdaman mo na you have to go down and set it. and draggy. Kaya ito yung mga possible solutions base sa mga nabasa ko lang po. First things first, you provide your outline of expectations, which common na sinasuggest sa atin ni Ma'am Jazz. Di ba? Na ito yung mga dapat na matutunan. So, students will be able to understand na in what segment, in what part of the video I am going to learn this. Tulad ng ginawa mo dun sa una mong YouTube ng Coffee Talk online with Rick Marie. Okay. Pangalawa, I take it off from Sir Ryan's discussion. Locally created ang term dun sa literature, which in our case, we use the term to contextualize because according to studies, it gives more authentic and humanized feeling for the students na kapag kunyari ang ginamit mong example ay base sa experience pa rin ng bata. In the case of Ryan, he mentioned the use of kare-kare in teaching concepts of organic chemistry. That's it. So, pangatlong possible solution to avoid the learning curve or yung curve na mabilisan din pagbaba, yung term ko short and sweet. Okay. I take it from yung context ng mga nasa theater. There are plays that are very short, mga 5 minutes to 10 minutes na play, but it's meaningful. Yung parang may take off ka kaagad. Yung mapapaisip ka. Yun. So sa tingin ko, yun yung importante rin. Make it shorter. The video should be shorter but meaningful. In some literatures, they use the term, they try to quantify how long it should be. May mga nagsasabi 30 seconds is enough for microblogging to less than 10 minutes. Kaya yung ginawa ng ating video kanina na almost 9 minutes, I guess it's acceptable. Okay. Bakit even 30 seconds? In language, events, parang short video clips, ginagamit by microbloggers to engage students in learning language. So sa tingin ko, baka kunyari yung 30 seconds natin, pwede dun sa engage part lang ng online instruction mo. And then, ito yung sinasabi niyo po kanina. Yung sabi ko, mag-insert ng prompts, guide, or scaffolding, questions, or tasks na ang sabi ni Sir Ryan naman ay
thinking points.
Okay, thinking points. Okay.
Thinking station, parang ganun.
Thinking points, thinking stations. Kasi this part features your interactivity and instructional scaffolding. Yun yung nakita din natin na dapat in-emphasize dun sa video na ginawa ng ating alumni. Okay, kasi in that context, we are promoting how our students to enhance their self-regulation. Yung parang you avoid them to have overloading cognitively, but at the same time, you help them to fragment and to reconstruct what they have discussed or what they have learned from the instructional video. Okay? And more or less, importante pa rin yung request for feedback. Just like what we are doing right now, we were able to identify strong points and then also points for our video creator to improve more. Kasi naniniwala ko na why do we do these things? It's because we wanted our students to learn. And with that context, dapat siguro we also have to realize that there are a lot of things that we have to consider more. Okay. Siguro, Ma'am Vic, another po, before I end this wrap up na segment natin, we can also invite others who are already doing this. Okay. I guess you can invite Jigs kasi may mga ano na rin siya, may mga ginevelop na videos. Kasi ang sabi niya ngayon, ang gusto niya mangyari ay malaman niya anong year level siya para magawa niya ng mga videos. Okay? Baka from their experience, even Janina can also be our good person to share their experiences. Diba? So something like that. Okay. But I wanted also everybody to be, how do I describe this? Challenge. To be challenged for the other possible use of videos. Nabasa ko lang din to at na-realize ko to kagabi. Okay, yung pag-implement ng virtual tutorial laboratories. This is highly observed sa math class. Siguro dahil yung laboratories nila, it's more of the calculations and the likes. Pero baka we can check this how we can observe this in science classes. Screencast assessment or video capture for grading is another possible use where we can maximize the use of video in providing formative assessment to the outputs of our students. Yung live nilang naririnig yung comments mo, live nilang na receive yung mga key points na gusto mong ma-improve sa outputs nila. And I think kung meron tinatawag na peer tutoring, baka we can also come up with convergence teaching. I don't know how can we translate this into actual instructional practice this coming school year. Pero sa tingin ko, itong ginagawa mo ngayon, it will be one platform of this kind of convergence teaching. Kasi ang ginagawa mo sa amin ngayon, tinuturuan mo kami out of what we are experiencing na sinishare din natin sa ibang mga teachers. Baka
we are learning from this experience, actually.
Actually, I learned a lot for today.
Technically, ang dami kong
Yes.
natutunan.
So, thank you. Siguro, we will be sending also a copy of our multimedia presentation. Tapusin ko lang yung last part, yung mga references para mukhang legit na I prepared for this. But honest to goodness, these are just some key points that we have to consider. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Palomar, for wrapping it up well. So you have learned something new today.
Yes.
And then I have also learned something new, which is yung technical na mga problems natin when we will be handling online teaching. So,
I guess, ma'am, one at a time we can request, for example, other participants of your coffee talk to share.
Yes. So we have already on hand si Aleli, and then I'm going to contact Jigs for the video presentation. I hope he is willing to do it. And then our next meeting will be next Saturday with the Lao people. So Delasio, Masgong, and Rose Coldayan will be with us to share kung ano naman ang nangyayari sa kanila ng return to school nila ngayon sa Lao. And that will be next Saturday kasi I wanted to have this week free for other things na kailangan kong submit at mga deadlines na kailangan natin gawin. So, thank you very much for the suggestion na Jigs would be good. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng alumni ay alam ko kung anong mga ginagawa. Only those who are sharing to me. At saka, thank you din doon sa alumni na naggumawa ng video at nag-agree na ayaw daw siyang pangalanan, but I am proud of his work. At saka meron siyang magandang video na nakikita ko on how to write asynchronous lessons using Google Docs. So, parang video number 5 na yun, and I am promoting it para sa iba na gustong gumawa rin ng mga yung mga asynchronous lessons. Okay, so thank you very
commendable
much.
Yung knowledge na.
And thank you then kay Professor Crisanta Ocampo for
thank you,
sharing her wisdom on this episode. Maraming salamat. Hopefully this can be viewed by all. Salamat.
Thank you.
Salamat, ER. Bye-bye.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
God bless.
By the way, natuwa ako kasi for me engaging yung nature ng webinar mo. The coffee talk is really engaging. Tapos we're building communicative practice. That's one point. Pangalawa, we are also highlighting our own experiences, which is really good. We are giving empower. We are empowering our colleagues back there. Si Aleli ka-chat ko. At ito ang niya. Sabi ko ay i-try niya gumawa ng instructional video, tapos i-share niya sa atin, something like that. Kinakabahan siya, pero sabi niya, she will try. And si Grace naman, ang sabi niya, kakaiba yung webinar mo. Kasi, una, ay exciting siya kasi may interactive